All right. One minute to live. Oh, I am so nervous. And there it goes, which means that if you tuned in at that exact moment, you actually know that it was already 6:30. I started typing it at 6:29, but the quickest I could get there was 6:30, which is okay because there's actually a delay in the stream, and everything I am saying is about a minute before you're hearing it. Sometimes it's 47 seconds. I really don't exactly know the time frame. So what that really means is everything that I started saying a minute ago is now reaching your ears, and you, in a minute, will understand all of this. Well, welcome back to Udicci.TV, and we are here to begin. This is the Udicci update. This is the second time we're doing this show, so we are really prepared for tonight's show. We are absolutely prepared. Tim, are you ready to join this conversation?
I think so. Hold on. I'm not sure. There we go.
We're able to bring people on the show in like moments. We're going to be doing transitions tonight in like 30 seconds. Wow. Do you know you can change the world with social media? Did you know that? Did you? Did you know that you can change the world with social media? Tim, did you?
Okay. I think we're good. It froze for a second.
All right. And that's
yes,
part
we
of
can.
live social media production. Things don't always go as planned. I mean, have you ever sat there and like typed a status, or maybe somebody texted you and then you typed the text and you kind of like the next day found out you never actually sent the text?
Or you sent the text and it never gets sent or received on the other side.
And it never gets received on the other side. Yeah. Technology is imperfect.
Really?
People are imperfect. People are imperfect.
And since people created technology, therefore technology is imperfect.
So imperfection times imperfection. I've got an idea. Let's pursue how far technology can go into the human experience. Okay, anyways. All right, so we're back for Udicci.TV, and we tonight have, of course, coming up Verbum, where Tess and I, who said that she'd be here by
6:30.
6:30. For those of you who
Tess.
have Facebook, you can confirm that fact because Tim posted it to her Facebook page where she said, I will be there by 6:30. It is now 6:33.
That is correct.
Good thing is she doesn't need to be here till 7, so it really doesn't matter.
Yep. She'll come meandering in.
Yeah, meandering in, but that's social media, right? I mean, can you imagine if social media said, do this exactly this moment? You know what that would mean? Like, we just can't do that. We need to relax a little bit. So, Tess will be on with Verbum tonight, and we're going to be talking about relationships and like the conversations that every relationship should have. And then we're going to... What was that laugh?
Do you need a mic, Allie?
So Allie. And so every conversations every relationship should have, and Allie laughs. What conversation should every relationship have, Allie?
No, I'm not going there right now. I'm not prepared to answer that question.
I'm not prepared. So maybe what questions are you prepared to answer? And please tell me what I'm allowed to ask them so that you're comfortable. Okay, and after we have the conversation with Tess, we're going to move on to like the stars of the show. That's Real Talk 360. Everybody knows that, they're the big stars. But Amanda Ashley's coming back. Yeah, what are you going to do with that? But more than Amanda Ashley this year, because this is Udicci Updates, we are very pleased to tell you that Cultivate, as of today, did actually add one of its shows, and it is known as Beep. Sorry, we can't tell you that right now. It's unofficial. That's good timing, Tim.
You told me to plan it.
You did, yeah, that was good.
You told me to plan it, so I was there.
It was there.
Perfect.
See, we can get
sound
perfect
effect
timing on that stuff. All right, so on Real Talk 360 tonight, Let's see, who do we have? Mercedes Vasquez is going to be here, about the throwdown at the Armory. Throwdown at the Armory 3, right?
Yes.
And that is the fight that's going to go on. And y'all, you know what? Here's the thing. I'm not a boxing. It's not that I'm not a boxing fan. I know nothing about the sport, and that's okay. Just kind of knowing Mercedes, her enthusiasm, and what she's doing in the arena, not literally at Armory, but in the arena of boxing. And she's right from here in our hometown, Rochester. You got to get to know this woman. And you know what? Go out and support her at the Armory this weekend because she needs that kind of support and because it's the good thing to do for Rochester.
And if you support it, she'll bring it back more often.
And we can mention your other guest. That's confirmed?
Yes.
All right, legal signed off on everything?
Yeah.
All right, so DEM recording star Buck Barnabas from Rochester, New York. Now, how many of you actually knew that all of this was going on in Rochester, New York? But hey, that's going to be on Real Talk 360 tonight, and that brings you up to date with everything in Udicci for tonight, and that is in 6 minutes. That's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, we need more content for this half hour.
And with that complete lack of confidence that I cannot carry the next half hour, we go to break. We'll be right back.
It'll be a 24 minute.
Exactly. Thank you for saying that. All right. Back to live. So that was 6:38. That was break for 2 minutes. Okay. All right, let's talk about estrogen.
I am going to turn my mic off now.
You know, let's face it. Every man I know just really loves estrogen. But what is it that they just cannot even, like, really? Where is Tess?
Wasn't she supposed to be here?
Didn't you listen to anything
She
I
said
just said?
6:30.
I said, hey, Tess is going to be... We had a whole, minute and a half on Tess not actually going to be here. She said 6:30. We had this whole thing. I said 6:30. Tim said 6:30. She said, yeah, I'll be there at 6:30. It's on Facebook. We had this whole conversation. You were sitting right there, and you're asking me where Tess is.
You have misunderstood one element. My children are nearby. Therefore, anything that happens out of certain parameters, I don't hear.
Yes. It's all the kids' fault. That's why I don't listen. That's why I don't hear anything and ask random questions. Tess will be here by 7 for Verbum. And with that, we are back. Okay. So, we've got to kind of come up with the right intro. Obviously, Allie is going to be regular, but we're going to put her over on the cultivate stage. Yeah. Anyways, so
I just nudged Tess. Just so
nudged
you,
her?
I nudged her.
all right, so
I'd say actually I
yes.
did a more of a
Just so, and what people don't understand, and I started explaining too, is that there are different cultures, and some cultures think about time differently, right? I mean, we kind of are mono, chrono, or whatever they call it, where we sit there and say, let's be here at a certain time, and we show up. But there are cultures that are like, it's called polychronic, right? And I don't know anything about it, I just know that that's the term, and you basically, people show up, and then kind of whenever they want. You say like, hey, do you want to come over? And they're like, sure, sometime between today and next week, and that's the norm. There is no kind of set time. It's just kind of polychronic, and that's okay. I mean, can you imagine not worrying about time?
It's a good lifestyle.
That's a nice lifestyle.
I'm okay with that.
But we, in America, we like live and die by minutes. Like, oh my
Yep.
God.
Everything's
Somebody
rushed.
responded to my text. It's been like 3 minutes. They must hate me. They're mad. Look. They just used 2 dots after okay, not 3. 3 says that they're not mad. 2 says that they're mad.
And don't accidentally get your caps lock stuck.
Because
then you're yelling at people.
Why are you yelling at me? Why did it take you so long to get back to me? How long did it take? 3 minutes. So, Phil, good. So we have some things to talk about here. And, because it's now 11 minutes past when Tess is supposed to be here. So we have been talking a lot about some of the changes coming up on Udicci, and this is kind of fun. Because I bet when people started tuning in this year, right, there was that one guy.
In Germany, right?
The one guy in Germany.
Yeah.
He really is like, what is going on? Every time we turn around, this thing is changing. And that's kind of what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to just change every time we turn around. So, coming up here in a couple weeks, we're going to be changing the set around, letting you see a little bit more of the studio as it's getting developed up. And then we're going to change again in June. And we've got
again
some
in
fun
July.
stuff coming up. In July, it's... Oh, yeah. I think we should talk a little bit about... I always lose the title. What are we calling the first Friday in?
I don't have that
Kevin
in front of me.
needs to be in here for this announcement, though.
Yeah. Isn't
Yeah.
that like
Please.
the?
I know, it's a struggle. It's like 2 doors down. 2 doors. There's the name of our show tonight.
Two doors down. Oh.
2 doors down. It's now the name of tonight's show. We didn't know what to call tonight's show, and of course we're still trying to do this whole, lyrics with Jaira, and so we got to have a whole theme behind that each and every time. And because we were so ready for tonight's show, we decided to name it on air with everybody watching, and that's what we've just done, is 2 doors down. So we shall have Kevin back here shortly, at which time we will reveal the big First Friday plans that we have, and we will then talk about some other stuff that's going on, and I think we can do that maybe right after this break. And stay tuned to hear from your special sponsors. Well, let's go to Lexington.
Okay. Hold.
Lexington Federal Credit Union. I've got to work on this. And can you actually do an ad for me? Go ahead. Do an ad for it. Come on. Here we've got the star of Real Talk 360. They can only hear your voice. Go for it.
Take 1.
Don't read it. Get this into. What are you doing?
Together we grow, making a difference in life, one person at a time. What more can I say? I mean, that says it all. What does Lexington stand for?
Okay. That's my fault, not yours. That's something that I made 4 years ago and put up wrong. But honestly, though,
they still grow. Together we still grow.
And honestly, is that not true?
Yes. Making a difference in life, one person at a time.
Yeah. That is one. And if people don't understand that, when you put your marketing in line with your mission, and you're actually having your tagline in front of you each and every day, and you're living it, and that's what we're out here doing with Lexington Federal Credit Union. We actually get to help small businesses grow by getting out here and doing this.
Exactly.
All right, that's cool. So how long? Okay, Tim, I can come back from that. That was a break. Oh wait, what time did we come back? That was 6:40. What time do you think we left? I don't know, like 6:44. Let's go back and check that. That was a really fun, yeah, and we planned that. We planned that. We thought, yeah, watch, we're going to try this tonight. We're going to try that. All right, Kevin's back in the space, and now he can kind of feed in on this. So our first Friday in August, we're going to be launching this year. We're going to be building out a Riot on Saturday morning. Riot on Saturday morning is actually going to be, Riot for Good, if you will. And Riot on Saturday starts at on second Saturdays. It's going to start at 10 in the morning. And we've got some stuff planned that's going to be geared toward like 10-year-old children or so. And that'll be on for about an hour. And then we're going to go to that'll start at 10. And at 11 o'clock, we're going to have a very provocative segment come out. It's called Firsts. We're all going to get together and we're going to share our firsts. Now,
For teens and newlywed.
The target demographic for that one's going to be like 16 years old and newlywed. So let me explain, please, what First is. This is about first-time home buyers, first-time car buyers, and like first-time brides. Then after that, what we're going to do is we're going to have a show on the technology that's going on in Rochester. And this is not because of technology, but you'll start to have fun with this. But we're going to have a whole thing around the technology and what's going on and some really, really cool stuff that's happening. And then after that, we're going into an afternoon cocktail, which is a relaxing time of exploring upstate New York's finer things in life, because I have this to say, Silicon Valley, bring it on! Bring it on, Silicon Valley. You've got nothing on upstate New York. Boom. Hashtag Silicon Valley's going down. Okay, so anyways, we're going to want to bring in the most techie people in the world. And on our first Friday, because like, I don't know, like, I'm not a Trekkie, but I've never gone to one of the parties where people dress up. But we're going to turn first Friday in August into like a tech night. And it's dress as your favorite character, your best geek, or billionaire. So can you help us pull that off? How do we pull off a first Friday that we want people to show up dressed up?
Advertise to all the cosplay players. Cosplay people. You want to get the cosplay people, and you want to talk to the people who do
Cosplay?
Cosplay, yes. COSPLAY. Those are the people who like to dress up in costume professionally. And then you want to get in touch with, there's a local chapter of steampunk enthusiasts who dress up as, as people in steampunk, like with mechanical arms and Victorian.
So
outfits.
you've got you know who we have to contact.
I don't know these people, but
I'm saying you know the organization.
These people.
Yeah. So see, that's the speed of social media.
Yeah.
Do you see how fast social media can help business grow? We had an idea, we called in the right man, boom, answers. That's happening. First Friday of August, you come dressed up as your favorite character, your best geek or billionaire. And we had to go there because, like, growing up, Tim and I met as computer programmers in the Air Force. So we're both kind of like these really geeks, and and as you know, billionaires in Mexico. But we're just following your lead. We'll get to Canada shortly. Okay, we'll get there.
Am I the leader of the geeks? When did I become the leader of the geeks?
No. You're the leader of the millionaires. No, you're a leader of the millionaires.
Oh, all right.
Yes. You're the Canadian millionaire. That's the We're right now we're like Mexican millionaires. It's like pesos. And Julio could tell me. Yeah. So what? How many did you? How many dollars you spent? 100,000 right one night. Julio.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. One night he dropped 100.
And we're going to talk about the fact that it was in colognes. Colognes are 500 to $1 American.
All right. So
If you missed that, he
right
said
now, I
500
probably
to
am.
$1.
What is that country?
Czech, Costa Rica.
All right. So I'm a Czech Costa Rican millionaire. Booyah, baby. Booyah.
The bill was $98,560.
Yes, that means I'm worth $500. What's that, Tim? Oh, I owe $500. Okay. So, anyways, are you game? Can we get some people dressed up? Can we get some people I think we can have some fun with that. All right. So that's what we're gonna do in August. I knew he'd be the one to talk to. He's like he would know the right people to call.
I'm working on a costume right now too.
Are you?
Yeah. Well, I have a wedding to go to in September that's going to be superhero themed. So I got to be ready for that. So I got to make a costume anyway.
And do we know who the superhero is?
Well, I'm gonna do a robotic arm because I just really want to.
Okay.
So I'm starting with that. I'll be my own. I have the right to make up my own heroes now.
You do?
That's a right that I have.
It's not only a right, and people need to understand this piece. You know what? We've got to figure out, like, you know, when we want to start, like, you know, leaking some of these other things that are going on. I mean,
Yeah.
boy, these ninjas are doing more than getting mooned. You have no idea, right? Because the book that just came out, Joey and Johnny, the ninjas, this one made, man, well, you got to come find out who this one was made special to. But these guys, not just a 1-book series. This is a 2, 3, 4-book series. And I've got to tell you, at the ending, the enemy really gets nasty. Stay tuned 2 years, 3 years from now, and you can read that book too. All right, so we will be getting ready to go live with Tess when she shows up at 7 o'clock. And with that, we're going to take one last break on our Udicci updates and see if we like this pace as we go from here. Thank you. Thank you for coming over. Out with a little chit chat with Tim and Chuck. It'll be the chit chat minutes there. So
Okay,
yeah,
I got my mic back on.
So we went through Riot, and again, that's going to be out on second Saturdays. The first Fridays, there's a lot that's shaping up for the first Fridays. Please just stay tuned online for the updates on first Fridays because they're coming kind of fast and furious. We're going to be rolling out a couple new, call them teaching episodes, how to use social media for small business,
right.
A few other things, number of other networking events that are starting to line up and, you know, be a part of what it is that we're doing out here.
And we're talking, you talked about the schedule change in May, right?
Schedule change in May. Well, the set change in May.
Set change in May, but
what are we doing? Yeah. So what's changing now? I know that we've got second Saturday in May.
Well,
we're
we
doing,
actually
first Friday in May. We're doing all of the Thursdays, and we'll be adding Beyond the Lyric in there at some point.
Do you want to talk about the other ones that we have on the list?
Yeah.
So we had the 5 at 5.
All right. I think we may change up the 5 at 5 a little bit, and go to Udicci presents 6 at 5 or 5 at 6.
5 at 6. Okay.
Right, so we'll present 5 at 6.
And then
what I'm thinking we'll do is that way we can begin, and then we
you want to do
may
5 replays at 5?
All right, we may start doing replays or whatnot, and that's going to be something that I think we're going to get this shaped up. You know, maybe we'll do this for our June 1st Friday.
Okay.
Like, we'll actually kick off that June 1st Friday. I know we're adding a couple spots in there, and look who has walked in.
It's
and
not.
Look who has walked in.
Oh, it's
the rock star. The rock star is in the house.
It's Nareda.
Hi.
And
Howdy.
hey, we got all the parts. and all the pieces for the thing that you know that I'm talking about that we can't let out of the bag.
Thank you so much.
So we got to do that probably, you know, in the next, between tomorrow and next week. So whatever you want.
Hi.
Yes, it's also secretive. Nareda Vasquez is in the house representing the Rockstar show opening in the Coco Room. Are you here to get on camera tonight?
Huh?
You coming on camera? No?
Well, I know you wanted to ask about, or you were going to say something about the show.
I did. You want to do that now or you want to do that later? I'd have, like, we can do it at 9. Or do you want to do it now?
Oh, no, because I know I'll have to work at 9.
Well, come sit. Come sit
How
here.
long is it?
Start at verbum.
What's that?
How long is it going to take?
2
3
minutes. We got 3 minutes left
2
before we
minutes.
have to transition.
Long time in front.
2 minutes.
2
minutes.
Okay, now you're down to 2 minutes. It's
Tick-tock,
6:56.
Tick-tock. And here,
Go ahead.
The funny thing is, everybody watching
Go ahead.
this,
Come on, Nareda.
everybody watching this is like, there's no way that they're this disorganized, and all of it just falls in line as it's supposed to fall in line. Sort of all of the timing. Yes, that's social media. Okay, we need a camera.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting there.
Oh, okay. Ooh, we got a light issue. No, that's okay. Keep it. All right, so let's talk. Keep it dark. She wants to be mysterious. Okay, that's cool. We got.
No, I just don't want to show all my flaws, so.
Oh, jeez.
You said that. Now that's going to be a conversation that we're going to have on Legends, okay? And I am going to get her. You know, she's got to go through her opening on or the show, but we are going to get you on here, and we're going to have Legends, and we're going to talk about your unwillingness to show your flaws. I only want you to see
I'm not on, right?
my favorite
Straight
part,
down.
and not my ugly side.
She's looking
No,
at the
you're
TV,
good.
just-
Just right there, you're good. So tell us about your show.
Okay, it's called Enter the Rockstar. It is, I can't really say it's about Frida Kahlo. It is featuring Frida. It is starring Frida Kahlo. I'm presenting the whole thing like it's a movie premiere, opening night, and Frida is the star because I call it Enter the Rockstar because Diego Rivera, her husband, who was the great Mexican painter and muralist, was the star at the time, you know, known all over. And here's little Frida, his wife, who sneaks in with these paintings that are just so brilliant, so captivating, so mysterious. And, you know, the world is and still is mesmerized by her work. So it's kind of like my little biopic on what I see in her life. And I see her as this rock star. Like, that's what a rock star is. A real rock star is not the one who tries too hard and does everything to be that. The real rock star is the one who shines without trying, and that was Frida to me.
And this is really your first show of your art, the way you want to present your art.
Actually, the last show I did like this was 3 years ago, but this is one that I've never done anything like this before. It's more of an installation, interactive exhibit. I guess that's what I call it, because how it came about was just, I don't even know how it came about, but I'm hoping that people see what I'm trying to do here, because walking in a studio or a gallery and looking at pictures on the wall was never my thing. I want people to have an experience. So I'm hoping that they can experience her. That's what I'm trying to give. I'm trying to give you an experience into what I say. What I say is, you know, because Frida was half Mexican and half Hungarian Jewish, so I'm half Puerto Rican, half black. So I say, here, these, you know, this half Mexican painter through the eyes of a half Puerto Rican painter. We're both female, and so this is someone who captivated me for so much of my life. So it was just, this is the time.
Now, do you have, or would it be, wait, we're getting a signal.
We gotta switch over.
Oh, we got to switch over. You want to stay for a second? All right, we're going to stay here. We're going to hold her on the set, and Tessa's going to come up, and we're going to go to Verbum. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay, I guess.